Good morning. It's still morning here, Rabbi Shemesh. It is Parashas Emor for us in Eretz Yisrael. For those in Chutz La'aretz, it's Kedoshim. So, is there something that can pertain to both of us? Yeah, there is. Because in Emor, we have sefiras haomer, we have the Chagim, we have Shabbos, we have sefiras haomer, and as long as I still remember, y'all still counting the haomer in America. Pretty sure that's the case. So this week we have an interesting mitzvah. Talk about talk about the Chagim, sefiras haomer. And what's interesting to notice is that it doesn't really nail down the name or the reason of Shavuos. Chag Shavuos, Tisbar L'cha, counting 7 weeks. We know we got the Torah on Shavuos. That doesn't say anywhere in the Torah that it's not Matan Tarsenu in the Torah. It does not mention anywhere that 6th day of Sivan is Matan Torah. And the Kli Yakar says, well, there's also something with Rosh Hashanah, Yom Teruah. Nowhere in the Torah do we mention Yom Hadin, 0. We all know we go to Rosh Hashanah, you have the shofar. Hashem judges the entire world on Rosh Hashanah, most important day of the year. No mention at all. And the Kli Yakar says the Torah is vague with these 2 days because it wants to show something. One is Yom Hadin. If we were to tell you that Yom Hadin is Tishrei, then everyone would kind of chill out for most of the year, the winter, the summer months. You know what? When it gets hot and it's Av, I know El's around the corner, I'll think about Din, I'll think about Shuvah later in the year. You know what? It's winter, I can do what I want, it's in the back of my mind. The Torah doesn't want that. The Torah doesn't want you to kind of just sit around and live casual, not take days seriously, let things kind of fly by. So each day, the back of your mind is like a Yom Hadin. And the same thing with Matan Torah. The same with Matan Torah. If the Torah were to tell you that Shavuos is the day of Matan Torah, then again, whole year would kind of chill out, and it's sefiras haomer, Lag BaOmer. Okay, we got to worry about the cheesecake. We got to worry about staying up all night. Got to drink more coffee. Let me be excited when Sivan rolls around. The whole year would kind of fly by as well. And that's kind of what the Torah does not want to do. So the Torah wants you to kind of think every day is important. Every day is crucial. Every day you can gain so much. Any day that you have Torah and Matan Torah is a good day. Any day that you don't learn Torah, you don't do good deeds, is a waste day. You can't get that day back. We know that sefiras haomer. Each day is important. Each day is critical. Now, you miss a day, you still have to count, but you can't make the bracha anymore. So day 12 is important as day 45. Day 1 is important as day 47. Every day is important and critical. And things that you care about, you know the exact number. And then also Ephraim, the Kli Yakar, talks about that the people in the village don't even know their ages. They don't take their lives seriously. They don't know how old they are. They don't know when their birthdays are. They're just living their lives, not too important. Think about what's important to you. You know exactly the number. Everyone listening knows pretty much almost, well, how old are you? Most know pretty much to the dollar what your stocks look like, what your 401 looks like. Why? It's important to you, and it is important. Things that are not important, okay, I'm pretty sure, I got a checkup on this day. I'm pretty sure it's next year. My car registration, it's some, things that are crazy important, critical, exactly. And this is something that we should really think about. I just started talking about keeping things fresh, and so the Torah wants you to be fresh. Every day is a day to learn Torah and be excited about it, not just once a year. Every day we should be excited about learning Torah, gaining new things in Torah. So I started a new sefer, Ali Shor. Many people heard of it and never learned it before. I started learning this with my friend Jordan Gold, and we started looking at Musar. And then this week, I had some time yesterday, so he wasn't available, which is fine. So I started learning on my own, and a little dangerous because I don't know it too well. And Hisbodedus is to be by yourself and to think yourself, which is fine. Hisbodedus is not Hisbodedus. Hisbodedus is to observe. Observing is very important. Most of the time, we go through our days or nights. We don't really play back in our minds what we did that day, what we did right, what we did wrong. The famous Rav Shmelka used to write down things he did bad and cry and do tshuva, and his tears he would cry and cry. He wouldn't go to sleep until the tears faded out the ink. He would cry, then he would go to bed. Okay, we don't have to cry over every night, but to give some thought and to give some time over our day, what we did right, what we did wrong, how we can fix it, is a good idea. It's a good idea. I actually took this to heart. I actually used to write down on a paper all the things I did bad all day, and it was actually it was taking time. Think about everything you did all day, bad things. I was late for shul, I was talking shul, lashon hara, I didn't learn, I wasn't good at work, I didn't be nice to the kids, a whole list. And I told the rabbi, I said, that's really too long. And he says, you want to save time, write down the good things you did. So Baruch Hashem, that's a lot, the list shorter, and the things that I did good, it's really stands out. Not too many of those, so thank God that was fixed. But the point is to kind of focus on these things. And just like you have 49 days to prepare for Matan Torah, we have days to kind of prepare to get up to the level of receiving the Torah. Just like in Mitzrayim, they went from the lowest level to the highest level 49 days later. We too, no matter where we are in the realm, where we are spiritually, we have ways to go, and we should treat each day as important. Each day is critical. 3 years ago, I was born to the yard site of the Kli Yakar, which, according to some, not everybody, there are the yard site, the Zion ER. And 3 years ago, my family, my folks, we had a minyan. We were in Prague, 2019. This was pretty exciting. And if we kind of take these lessons of the Kli Yakar and kind of take each day as important, and each day you miss it, you can't get back. So we treat each day as very critical. Either a Yom HaDin, to think about din and think about tshuva a little bit each day and not let these things just pile up and forget about things. You do something wrong, think about it for a second. How could I make the next day better? You know what? I didn't learn at night. Let me try to do that the next day. I didn't get stuck at today. Let me do that today. Let me be nicer the next day. Little things, as opposed to just waiting months go by, not giving any thought to it. And two, to kind of treat each day like be excited about learning. New Chabura, a new Sefer, new Chavrusa, new videos in YU Torah Anytime, new things to learn. You have a few minutes at night just to kind of listen to something and kind of be excited about Torah. We can kind of use that schus. And then schus the Kli Yakar should be a Melz Yasar on us. We should only grow this time of the year. We should have a month ER, another name of the year is Ziv. We should be able to shine. And this way we get to Matan Torah, Shavuos night, and we'll be shining. Shabbat Shalom.